Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We're going to cover it all. My name is Randy.
And I'm Doug.
And I'm hot and spicy, Ken.
Beautiful. We are the world's strongest under the heavens trio de dangers here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in Dragon Ball's cosmos. So this episode, we're going to be talking about some Garlic Jr. fun stuff. But of course, I have to always start things off by asking Doug, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. Doing great, man. Went on a little trip this past weekend. Went to Chicago for a friend's wedding. First time in Chicago. What do they call it? The Big Bean City? I don't know, something like that.
The Windy City, and there's a big shiny bean that's there.
If you know me, you know I don't like traveling, really. So I really didn't spend any extra days there than I needed to be. I didn't explore the city, except my first day I got there and didn't really have anything to do because the wedding was the following day. So I hit up MsDBZBabe that lives in Chicago, and she was available like last minute, and we hung out. She showed me around all these like awesome anime shops that I don't have at all here where I'm at, and it was the first time meeting her in person too. So and she's like just as kind and sweet as you think she is. Like her online persona is who she is in person. Fantastic finally meeting her. She even I even told her the day before that it was like my birthday on the 15th. And so she made me I'm holding up a little piece of art that she drew me like the day of. It's just so awesome. She's got her signature on there, legit. But yeah, that was a great time. The wedding was awesome. I got to finally like dress up nicely because I so rarely do. So I look really good from like one angle. So I made sure to capitalize on that one angle.
You look great from all angles,
pictures. Doug. Thank you, man. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. Like I brought my Meta Ray-Ban glasses that should record video, and like that really it was so cute because my friend just had a baby, so it's like a few months old. I got to hold the baby up with my Meta glasses, so like I got that unique perspective. It was really adorable. Only for first time, one of the first times carrying a baby too. So I'm like, what do I do with this thing?
Yeah.
How do I hold this thing? If I drop it, it's on camera. But I didn't, thankfully. But great time. And then when I came back, I forget if it was after or before the wedding, but I went to Target just to go. And then apparently I finally got my own Kaioken and Lowest Born Saiyan Goku. Finally got it.
So you can give me that one you took from me back. Right?
Finally got the one that I deserved and no one else needs. So yeah, I'm super. And they also had like the Target exclusive Luffy. Like this is like a battle damage type Luffy. I'm a sucker for exclusives anyway. So like this one is legit. Like that's not a sticker that says Target. That's like built into the box, which just seems weird as an SH figure art thing, but whatever. I saw him there and I bought him and I was really happy. And now my hunt for that is over. But yes, Ken. I have one that I stole from Ken, and then I have one that Poncho. Oh, here's the box actually that Poncho sent me. I still haven't opened it yet, but because he drew this box, and it's such a beautiful. It says, "Don't make me go to Target," with Goku screaming as he's being like crushed by Vegeta. But yeah, I love this thing. So yeah, that was a beautiful thing to finally get off my chest. It's done. Now I can focus on other things. But yeah, I'm happy.
Nice. Well, don't worry, Ken. I'm planning a heist, so I might get that back for you.
Excuse me?
Never mind. Ken, how about you? How are you doing?
Well, I beat Expedition 33. Doug, you gotta catch up.
Oh my God.
I beat the game at somewhere around 40 hours, and I have probably put another 20 into it. So it's an incredible game, and I will go ahead and say, on the record, I've been thinking a lot about this game and thinking a lot about Death Stranding 2. Weighing them, and I think Expedition 33 is my game of the year against all odds. Somehow,
finally got him. Ken has always been so like, I'm not sure yet. You know, this might. I could see why other people would, but I don't think I would personally. But wow.
I still think that the way some people speak about this game is grossly xenophobic.
Meaning,
like they are pretending like Japan just doesn't exist and doesn't make good RPGs anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
It's an incredible game.
It's like, hey, you should check out this genre that the French came up with. It's called RPGs.
Yeah. It's kind of been like that a little bit. And they're like, JRPGs are back. And it's like, okay. We've had the Yakuza games. Persona's been around for a long time. All these things you're missing out on. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
But incredible game. I have been thinking a lot about it. I've been talking a lot of spoilers with Randy and with AJ. Doug, I look forward to talking with spoilers with you when you finally get there. How far are you, by the way?
I'm making some headway. So for those of you that don't know, so Rainey's beaten it months ago around the time it first came out, right? Ken just beat it, and I'm still like, I'm catching up. I started before Ken, but Ken completely railed through me. And so...
Don't reword that.
Sorry, Ken took me from the speed of behind, and then... No, I'm around the second... I'm about to fight the second, like, other... Without spoiling it, the second one of
You can
the
say
two
Axon.
creatures.
If you don't have
Axon,
context,
okay, yeah.
you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm there.
That's exciting.
And then on the other side of the media spectrum, I've got video games, right? Expedition 33's
Yeah.
consume my life. Honestly, after we finish recording, I might go put in some more hours. Anyways, in the anime world, I have picked back up My Hero Academia.
Nice. Okay.
I'm way behind.
Figure arts.
I'm in season 3. No, I'm not collecting toys for that. Well, so I mean, I might. I never got to where the bunny girl Mirko is in the anime.
Yeah, I've seen her.
And there's a Mirko figure I want. And so I feel like I have to justify that purchase by watching this show.
By watching, yeah.
So
The Rebel Tech bunny one.
continue with that. And glitter and glamours, Doug.
Oh, so not articulated, but an actual like. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm sure they're milking her figure wise.
We got to reword some statements from you, Doug, today.
I'm saying some things.
Yeah. Well, let's get off that train. And Randy, what have you been doing?
I started watching Digimon Beatbreak. Now, Ken, you watched episode 1, and then after that you said you're out. We're 3 episodes in.
I'm so out.
I'm still in. I'm curious, what about it was the big, like, nah, pass for you?
I mean, honestly, I think it's horrendously ugly.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. The second thing is I think it's boring. The third thing is I think there's no hook. It's just not
it
for
didn't
me.
pass the Breaking
It's
Bad
not for
test.
me. It doesn't pass the Breaking Bad test. So for people who don't know, I value my time, right? Which is why I think Expedition 33 was so great. It never wasted my time. Even though I'm putting 20 hours in the postgame where there's no story and I'm just grinding out Pictos and Luminas, that's on me though. But the Breaking Bad test is you watch like the first piece of something, or like, it's why I think video game demos are so crucial, is because you can play that and kind of know whether or not you want to pick that game up. So to me, like the first episode of something is that demo, right? You have to give me your mission statement and like almost your thesis of what this show is. And I'm either in for that or I'm not. And that's like what I got from Breaking Bad. I was so in from that first episode. And if I'm watching something and we don't do that kind of impression in the first episode, I am not wasting my time with the second one. There are no second impressions, right? It's all about first impressions. And this is not to dog on Digimon Beatbreak. It could get better later on, but I'm just saying for me, it failed that first impression. So I'm not going to continue wasting my time waiting for it to get better.
Because the Randy's like the opposite. Like he didn't actually like Breaking Bad, and then is digging Digimon Beatbreak. Is that correct?
Now, it's not that I didn't like Breaking Bad. I just watched 1 episode and then for whatever reason didn't continue. I just did other stuff with my time.
That comes to me as like you hate it and you hate everything that's great in this world. So okay,
That's fair. But this, I dug it. I think I like the art style and I kind of dig the vibe, and I felt that it hooked me decently enough in the first episode. Now we're kind of getting to the point where it's going to be, here's our regular format because we've got all of our characters introduced and like what our whole thing is like going to be about. And so I'm excited to see where it goes. I dig it. There's a lot of really good action animation in there. And, it's entirely different than, old school season 1, season 2 Digimon.
The Nakatsura era.
Yes, Doug.
have any of us been playing Pokemon? The new AZ, or what is it called?
Yeah, man, a lot. I'm rank F.
I don't know. I haven't at all. I don't know what the you're talking about.
Okay.
Me. I'm like rank.
That's
okay,
fair.
great.
All right.
That's good for you.
You want to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Breaking Bad tests? I have a new, like sweeping declaration in my life, is that I am not playing another Pokemon game unless we got 2 things have to be in place. First thing, the OpenCritic or Metacritic has got to be a 90. I'm not wasting my time with lower than that on a Pokemon.
Well, what is it?
It's like 75 or something like that.
Ouch. Okay.
And then secondly, I need voice acting. It doesn't have to be full voice acting. I need voice acting. And I hear from people that this is like the number 1 complaint about this game, is that
because
it
of
needs
how good the story kind of is and like how expressive the characters should be
and how it's presented. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to give it a shot, but like, what is the base price like $80 like all the other Switch 2 games?
70, I think.
70.
I think 80 was just for Mario Kart, and everything else has kind of been
Still
70.
70 for a Pokemon game of all things. Like Pokemon games should be like $30.
No, Pokemon games are meaty, Doug. I mean, I'm not hating on Pokemon. I enjoy a good Pokemon experience, but I'm just saying I have played enough of them that I'm just putting my foot down, and it's like Game Freak needs to step it up for me to come back. $70. I think I'm fine with that.
No, I'm not. The quality of the games, with how much money the Pokemon company has to make good quality games, and they keep not. But it does suck because Nintendo doesn't put games on sale, so it's $70 or bust. So I guess I'm just waiting until there's a lull in like money spending that I have to pick up this dang game.
That's not necessarily true. Pokemon games actually do go on sale because they're not just fully Nintendo.
Right, but like not like PlayStation discount where things end up being like $10.
No, you're looking at like 50.
It'll be 50 at
Yeah.
best. So it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, besides that, I'm going to throw it out here. Nothing crazy nerdy or anything, but I think just as important, this past weekend I did something that I have been procrastinating for 16 months since I moved into this house. And that is I pulled the oven and the refrigerator away from the wall and I cleaned back there. And you know what? You should do that more often.
Were you looking for like potato wedges or what?
No, it's just like I could always see, because you cook and there's going to be some goops and some glops and some grease or whatever. And it like got down the side of the stove and like that mixes with pet hair and dust and like
that can really
cobwebs. And like you can see and like that's not good down there.
But did the sudden urge come from when we were playing Mario Kart every night, 8 p.m. Eastern on the VGX channel on Twitch?
Every night?
Every night, be there.
We're there right now.
Every Saturday night. Excuse me, sorry. Did it?
Did that
like entice you to like clean? Is that what brought that?
No.
Up or what?
No, I had done it earlier that day before we were doing Mario Kart.
Oh, really?
So,
what a coincidence. Yeah. Or is that why Mary brought it up?
I think that's why, because I think I had brought it.
Is today Thursday?
The Thursday energy for you?
Anyway, do that. It's not as bad as you think. I was also really surprised at how easy it is to just pull that stuff. Like it's on little slider things. I'm like, oh, cool. I can pull this. Oh, great. And I can just get back here. I can sweep. I can vacuum. A lot of dog treats under there. I'll tell you what. And
not to make this like such an old person, like we're excited about cleaning stuff, but like I found out like maybe like a year ago that you could take the door off of the oven pretty easily too to clean that.
What?
Yeah.
I got to go try that. Hold on.
It's meant to go. Yeah, go ahead. Play that commercial break theme song.
So that was exciting. And then the other thing, one last thing, is I talked about it before, but I finally got it assembled and I put together this cool little retro emulation machine. And it's pretty neat. It's it's all 3D printed on the outside except for this little like wood piece and things, which I'm actually going to replace.
Really?
A buddy of mine has like a laser etching machine so he can get like little metal plates, and he's like, you just send me an SVG of a design, I'll cut it in there and I'll give it to you. So I'm still coming up with ideas for what I'm going to put on there.
Super Randtendo.
Oh, that's good. I was just randomly, I was like, maybe I'll just put like the logos of the different consoles that this is going to like, focus on, because it was going to do home console stuff like from my childhood growing up, because I'm thinking I might just bring it over to my mom's or my sister's and then just like have it set up there so that way they can enjoy some old timey games or whatever.
What you do is you just put like a random quote on there. It's just like binders full of women, and then you put that on there.
It's etched in metal. It'll be there forever. Yeah, that's perfect.
So is that just an emulation machine? Like you can emulate?
Yeah. So what is on the inside here is a what is it? It's a HP ProDesk like office PC, which is like a small little thing that, offices buy a ton of for when they've got like hundreds of employees. And then of course they upgrade. So then they just sell everything. So somebody had gotten a huge stockpile of them, selling them on eBay. So it's a pretty decently powerful enough PC that you can play like, PS2 and GameCube games on there. And I got it for like $160. I got that in, and then I had a buddy of mine do the 3D printing shell and everything, because there's people who do this just for funsies, design these sort of things. So then I did that, And then I've got a thing called Retrobat on there, which is just kind of an emulation front end. So like as soon as the PC starts up, unfortunately, it starts into Windows, and then after about 4 seconds, it does like the Sega thing at the front, except for it says Retrobat on there. Or I've also put other things in there. It's the PS2 startup video, the PS1 startup video, some other things.
As someone who's not in the whole emulation thing, like why your PC wasn't enough to emulate? Like why do you need a separate box for it?
Excellent, good question. So this was just because it was a fun little project to do, to just set up like, what if I made something that was expressly just for being an emulator and could be in a living room sort of situation rather than on a PC. And like I said, having it over at like my mom's or my sister's, or if I have other friends that are not, technically proficient and want to learn how to set up a whole emulation thing, I could do this on the cheap and it could be a nice little gift and be like, here you go. And I loaded it up with a whole bunch of stuff. If you need anything else, let me know, but you can just plug this into your TV and be good to go. I'm trying to make it a little bit easier by putting a distribution of Linux on here that is expressly for emulation. So all it is it just brings you to that sort of console sort of
so like for better words, it's like it's its own console you created with its own games on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So your Steam Deck.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a screen built in, and is hundreds of dollars cheaper. But
that's the open up, Nintendo emulation, police!
Oh my gosh, they find me. I don't know how, but they found me.
I know how they found me. But no, just a fun little thing, and it's cool. So, like I said, I might do some more of these once I can figure everything out, and it'll be neat. They make these cool third-party controllers now that you can buy it, and it's like. Oh gosh, I've got one right here. And that it looks kind of like a Super Nintendo controller, but it's got handles. It's got, all of the triggers and everything. It's got some back buttons back here. But there's a new version of one like this where it's colored like a GameCube controller, and that it's, solid indigo and the buttons are those colors. But not only can you change the button layout, in software or whatever, it also comes with a tool because the buttons are held in by magnets, so you can swap around the A, B, X, Y for whatever you're using, depending on the system. And it's also got a little charging cradle you could put it in, so I might get one of those to pair with this. So that way, whoever's using it, they have a really nice controller that actually looks like the thing that they're using, and they can swap around the buttons.
Genuinely some cool shit, Randy. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you're enjoying that, like, whole building process too. Like it must be like exhilarating for you to do that.
Yeah, it's fun. It'll be better when everything works out just fine. So hopefully Linux will save the day there, because Windows, I don't know about you, but if I have a thing that I wanted to do like emulating, if I see the Windows screen for 1 second, I'm angry. Like I don't want to see that. Get it out of here.
The whole emulation process.
Exactly. So that is what it is. Anyway, we've talked about a lot of stuff, and we had talked about it before. I think we've got to start talking about some garlic.
We talked about a lot of filler.
Oh, it wasn't filler. It was all good content, even though, I don't know, maybe people skip ahead past it. That's fine by me. I'm not mad about it. But we can dive into some Garlic Jr. stuff for real. I don't know if we're actually calling it this. I'm going for it with the retrospective of auspiciosity for Garlic Jr.
Here we go.
It's back. We're doing it. And like I said, Scarlet Jr. arc, I wrote a quick little recap just so that you know where this whole thing takes place. Maybe you've never watched it. Maybe you watched Kai, and this doesn't happen in there. So you're like, I don't know what the heck we're talking
There's
about.
no such figure arts of it, so we don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. About 2 years ago, Garlic Jr.'s plans to become immortal and take over the Earth were swiftly brought to an end thanks to Son Goku, Piccolo, and especially a berserk-raged Son Gohan. After facing down the Saiyans and then going on an adventure to Namek, Goku has defeated Frieza and is still missing in space. 10 months of serene peace have passed, and life goes on with Gohan, Kuririn, and the rest of the crew enjoying their day to day. But as the story always goes, peace can never truly last. So, this is the Garlic Jr. arc. Originally episodes, it's like 10, but we're going to cover episodes 108 and 109, which aired September 18th, 1991, and September 25th, 1991. And we're also going to talk a little bit about Z Movie 1, but big picture temperature check. How did everybody feel about jumping back into Garlic Jr.? Ken, I know that you are a garlic lover.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from you first. Set the stage.
All right, so when did this air on Toonami? 2001-ish, in that kind of era, pre 9/11. So we're talking like you could go anywhere in the airport anytime you wanted. Kids don't remember this kind of thing, but
Spring 2000, I believe.
Spring 2000,
because the
okay.
Frieza stuff was fall 1999 into
Right.
winter 2000, and then this was a thing that they started airing in the spring ahead of Trunks and everything coming in the fall.
Spring 2000, I am about to turn 12 years old, right? So in a young boy, things are happening in his body. Puberty's hitting. He's awakening. A lot of us awaken to the female form, and I boot this up, and good goddamn.
Good gosh
come on.
darn.
Right. This is a formidable season, a few sets of episodes of anime for me. I know it has a certain reputation, but man, I think I enjoyed the hell out of this. I have always enjoyed the hell out of Garlic Jr. I think it's so fun to see the team that was working on Dragon Ball Z in its prime just do something. And I think it's true to the world, true to the characters. And I'll just say, having watched GT, having watched Daima, it feels so good to be back in the world of Dragon Ball Z and to have Kikuchi again and to have Prime Nozawa as Gohan again and Furukawa and for Kuririn's actress, the name's escaping me, but just to be in this world again, I love the hell out of it. I'm expecting to continue to love the hell out of it. Doug, how are you on this?
I will also echo. No, go ahead.
Quick say, Mayumi Tanaka is Kuririn's voice actress.
Dang, I wanted to say that, but I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't want to, but yeah.
Gotcha.
I want to echo Ken's thoughts too. Like I'm really enjoying it so far. I think this might be my first or second time seeing it since I've seen it originally in its dub when it first aired on Toonami. I think a lot of us, myself included, were like very not for this saga just because we knew spoilers, like what was coming up after. So like we wanted to get to Trunks, we wanted to get to the androids and the cell stuff and all that because it's already aired in Japan. So us in America, we just like look on the internet like, oh, what's next? So we just know. So this really truly felt like just padding until we get to the good stuff. So immediately like my attitude was just dismissal of this entire thing. But now having removed that and just watching it for enjoyment, so far I'm really digging this. Maron, oh my god, and like I don't know how I feel about her as a I thought that she's such a breath of fresh air as a character because she just adds so much like fun and like out of left field kind of character. But it did make me like realize how Toriyama wouldn't make a character like that if it was up to him, because all his characters kind of have like gimmicks, whereas Maron is just like ditzy blonde, right? Like she's not much more personality wise than that. Whereas, we got a lunch that sneezes and transforms, and then we have all this other kind of characters. But I'm still not to say that she's bad. I like this, and this is fun to see this transfold, fold out, transpond. What's the word I'm looking for? Unfold.
Transpire.
That's the word. Yes.
Transfold. That's good.
Put that one, on a coffee mug. That's too good. I'm kind of right there with Doug. Early on watching this felt like, come on, just give me the real stuff. Or, we had just seen Goku, he turned to a Super Saiyan, he beat Frieza. Like, what's happened to him? I need to know, but we dance around that, we don't really address it because this is just filling that time. And it was frustrating to not get exactly what I wanted right when I wanted it. So this kind of had that to it. And I didn't really watch it a lot afterwards because I just had that bad taste in my mouth. But over time, coming back to it, when I wasn't expecting more, it's very, very good. And I enjoy it. I also had watched it, 2000 when it was airing then. It was Toonami Rising Sun because it was like on a Saturday morning or something like that, Sunday morning. It was weird. And then after that, I don't remember what year, if it was like 2001, 2002, there was a Toonami New Year's Evil marathon on New Year's Eve. And they played all these episodes straight in a row leading up to midnight. And then Yeah, then I got it on DVD, and then I was like, oh, cool, now I can just watch this as it is. And it's been, kind of different. I'm no longer poisoned by that.
With the DVD, though, it's like on rewatches of the series, you just take that box set and then move it aside and then go right to the trunks part, So it's we really didn't give it a chance just because of that mindset. But I'm glad we're giving it a shot now.
Me too. So, Ken, was there anything else going on in the world of Toriyama when this was going on?
Before we can get into talking about this arc proper, we have to talk about a short 3-chapter series that Toriyama did called Savings Warrior Cashman. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it.
Cashman.
Cashman is actually where Maron's design comes from, and perhaps as a character altogether.
Really?
Yeah, so she is in chapter 1 of it, but predominantly in her classic design, and I say classic, Maron's classic design being her first one that she shows up with when she gets out of that car. Mm-hmm. This is the character who looks exactly like her. The hair, the jacket, the dress, the socks, the boots. It's entirely Maron from top to bottom. It is the exact design. So she appeared in June 1991 in V-Jump. Well, that was the classic design in the second. So the second issue of V-Jump ever was when her true Maron design comes out.
Okay.
In the follow-up manga to this, so this is 1997, so now we're way past, GT's over. There's a follow-up manga to this in which they named this character Shamble. So, not Maron. But I think when they were making this Garlic Jr. arc, I think in their minds that this was the same character. Because she's kind of not quite as ditzy in Cashman, but she is kind of along that lines. Like you said, Doug, Toriyama wouldn't make Maron as she is in Garlic Jr., but this is a character along the same lines that is from Toriyama. So I just wanted to kind of give people that little nugget of information in case they don't know that Maron is actually technically designed by Toriyama.
That's kind of cool. But also, I guess Maron as a character solidifies for me that the not generic, the typical blonde that we have in our real world that's what the equivalent for that in the Dragon Ball world is a blue-haired woman. Because no one bats an eye at Bulma and then Maron, and then you see a lot of blue-haired women out there in that series, and just I think those are just the blondes of our world, of their world.
Well, that's an interesting tidbit, Ken. Thank you for sharing that. So this is the Garlic Jr. arc, but it kind of actually starts pre that, because you might be more familiar with Dragon Ball Z Movie 1, which I did not know this because I'm an idiot. Z Movie 1 is just called Dragon Ball Z. I've always thought of it as being, Return My Gohan, or of course the Funimation dub and things just calls it Dead Zone. But I always thought it was Return My Gohan, but apparently that was just a thing that was added in guidebooks, Daizenshu 6 calls it that. But
maybe after the fact when they there's more than just one of this movie that we're going to make for this series, might as well give it a little bracket name. Maybe.
Right.
It's like A New Hope. It was just Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Added after the fact, but then, kind of not really. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun little thing. So anyway, Z Movie 1 came out July 15th, 1989. We reviewed this a long time ago, Doug and I. But since this kind of starts there, we kind of rewatched it just to have that sort of context. So just broad strokes, how are you guys feeling about Z Movie 1 coming back to it today?
Raw as hell.
Correct answer.
Meaning?
I mean, it just has a raw energy. I don't know how to qualify it any more than that.
Yeah. No,
it's very good.
Did enjoy it. I guess, raw does feel right when it comes to this movie. It's nothing more, nothing less.
The art is so evocative of those binders and some of the posters of Dragon Ball Z, back in the day, the ancillary merchandise art that was being done, less so than the actual character designs used in the series. And so it just has this different, gritty energy to it that you don't get in any of the other movies, I don't think. Even Z Movie 2, I think, is much more aligned with Maeda's work as you go.
Yeah, you're right.
And this one is just kind of doing its own thing.
Yeah. Because it's got some different stuff. There's a few times, doesn't Piccolo's fang is just kind of poking out of his mouth or whatever here and there, and just the coloring, the color scheme, can't remember words. It's not really working for me here. just that whole thing. The music, also stupendous. I know that Doug had talked about being excited about hearing that sort of mix of Piccolo and Goku's theme when they're working together against Garlic Jr.
Gave me chills again.
Mm-hmm.
It is excellent.
Because it's not just like a fusion of the two. They didn't just like take both songs and just like switch them together. They literally like took their time and like, how do we make it like a connective song that just sounds like its own song?
They complement each other. Yeah.
Beautifully.
And there's also a track in this that I used to have saved on my computer forever that was just called DBZ Fight Music.mp3, and it's from this movie. I can't play it here, but it was from this.
No.
You'll know it, and it's that track that's in this movie. I wanted to talk a little bit, I wasn't in the review, and so I just want to say how much I love Garlic Jr., and I love the movie, and I love the arc, but I want to come at this. You guys didn't have the timeline guy on the show back then.
We didn't.
And so as we watch this arc, I want you to be thinking about, obviously Z Movie 1 can't fit, right? And why can't it fit? So it can't fit because Kuririn, Roshi, and Bulma all know about Gohan. Kuririn, in fact, meets Gohan in unfortunate circumstances. The Dragon Balls are used, which means that they have to recharge for a year. So instantly that pushes Raditz out further. And then the whole general vibe is lost of Goku and Piccolo working together for the first time against Raditz. So those are, to me, the big 4 things that stand in the way of this movie fitting. Okay, so let's jump into the, quote, official Dragon Ball timeline. There are 3 Dragon Ball movies that Shueisha, Toei, and more importantly, Caramel Mama have decided that are fit in the timeline. And those 3 movies are Garlic Jr., the first Cooler movie, so movie 5, and Battle of Gods. And it's only Battle of Gods because that was the one that came out the last time they made sweeping edits to the timeline.
Right.
Z Movie 1 is in there because of the Garlic Jr. arc is in there. Cooler movie 1 is probably in there because he appears in GT, and so they had to throw that in there. And then Battle of Gods, it just fits. So as we go through this arc, I want you guys to be thinking, as the show references the movie, flashes back to the movie, is it at any point flashing back to one of these things that could have gotten in the way of movie 1 fitting? So which is to say, will this arc pretend like a version of movie 1 happened that could have fit?
Okay. I really wish you would have brought that up before I watched these episodes. Because then I would have paying more attention.
I thought about that while watching, and like the Gohan one, I have an excuse for. I don't know if we want to get into that right now, or if we're going to do something else. But
let's just jump into this first episode then. So episode 108, Terrible Happenings in Heaven. Garlic Jr. becomes God? Question mark. Exclamation point.
And by terrible happenings, they mean Uchiyama. He's back.
Such a sad way to start this whole arc.
No, it's really not, because this is a Last House episode, but this is a Sheeta Last House episode. And so this episode, there is flow in this anime. We're not in GT anymore, whereas Sheeta's not a part of Last House anymore. This is prime Last House. So yeah, Uchiyama comes in there with his corrections, but primarily you have key animation in this episode done by Ohara and Sheeta. So that's why this episode, it's well animated.
See, I've got the episode just running at 4 times speed over on this other monitor, and I just saw that part where Gohan runs over the cliff, jumps down, and is like taking off his shoes as he's diving into the water. I'm like, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of this from this particular episode is like seared into my brain because Funimation used it as their ending theme. Like they cut, instead of using the proper ending theme, they cut this episode into the ending for like the next until like the Cell games and everything.
It's so strange. So I haven't seen these episodes with that dub, with that ending in like 25 years. But the episode ends, and of course, it's Zenkai Power, and I'm like, this feels wrong. Like I had to
watch this.
It's so strange. It's seeing, Kuririn in the white outfit. I'm just like, oh man, now I'm just immediately picturing and hearing that Funimation change. Man,
Gohan running
so
with the saber-tooth tiger.
That's a good track. I don't care what anyone says. I like it.
Anyway, this episode starts out very dark. It's just like raining.
Yeah.
People dead in the streets. Who knows if those puddles are rain or blood or both.
We see them be killed.
Yeah. screams, just like it's horrendous. And we've got some new bad guys, and then Garlic's here, like he's somehow out of the dead zone. That's strange, but also ominous.
It's Garlic Jr. and he's voiced by
Shigeru Chiba.
Yes, which is not his actor in the movie.
I was saying,
that's right.
Akira
Yeah.
is I forget the last name, but
Akira Kamiya is the voice of Garlic Jr. in Dragon Ball Z Movie 1. Shigeru Chiba does voice Nikki, though. I don't remember which one he is, but he's one of them.
He's the blue one.
Okay, the one who chases after Gohan.
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. So, Kamiya has come back to play Garlic Jr. in Dragon Ball Heroes, but for every other instance, I don't know why Heroes he came back, but for every other instance, it has been Shigeru Chiba, which is great because from the start, Garlic Jr. was very Pilaf coded, so the same actor as Pilaf and Raditz. So you have it's always the first villain of the set. The first villain of Dragon Ball was Pilaf, the first villain, well, I mean, not technically of the movies, but now he's back to play that character. And then the first villain of Dragon Ball Z, Shigeru Chiba, is always there in some capacity to kind of lend his beautiful voice to us.
And as seeing this in Japanese for the first time, Garlic Jr. gives off a whole new vibe of not a scrawny little weird voice person. He speaks in his Japanese voice is a regular person's voice coming out of this Garlic Jr. character. It was really weird. It took a little bit of adjusting, but this makes him more of a threatening character, I think, to me, and not just is he a joke kind of character right off the bat.
Well, but speaking of the joke, I think this is one instance where Funimation maybe unintentionally got the joke about who to cast for Garlic Jr. Because it's the same actor who played Pilaf in the dub as well. So it just works, and I watched Z Movie 1 dubbed. I don't like that Garlic Jr. I don't like him as much.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just like the Pilaf actor, whatever is it. Was it Kent Williams or?
So
'cause
we are
it
talking
wasn't-
the original Ocean
dub,
or the Funimation in-house.
Okay, that's why it's not the same.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have nostalgia. Obviously, I watched those episodes. I don't have a lot of Ocean dub nostalgia for me. So that was the first time I'd seen that movie, the Ocean dub, probably since I saw the movie for the first time ever.
Wow.
And so it was fun to get back in that world and hear the original Krillin and Roshi and Bulma and stuff. But yeah, I think going forward, I mean, obviously I'll just go back to Japanese, but
Yeah.
The first 3 Z movies, I always tend to I'm going to watch these in the Ocean dub. Just a lot of nostalgia. I had those tapes, so whenever I felt a Z need, I was watching those. So they're burned into my memory, and that's how it is. I have watched those in Japanese before, so I've got that covered. But it's fine. You don't like that voice? That's okay. I don't care. That's
I remember getting those DVD box sets, the Ocean ones. They look cooler than the Funimation box sets. Just something about the design of the box looked really cool.
yeah, raw. They were raw.
They were raw. They were raw, dude.
So do we want to talk about the introduction of Maron here, or have we covered that enough when you guys were kind of drooling over her?
I could talk about her for hours.
Garlic Jr., well, we don't know how he's escaped the dead zone yet. He's back.
Right.
And they say at this point that it's been 10 months since Frieza. I think them stating this messes up the timeline.
As they always have to do.
I think it adds in time that shouldn't be there because I think Trunks, everything Trunks says timeline wise still is the same. And the anime throws in that 10 months extra that the manga doesn't have. It messes everything up. So you just, for the purposes of the story, it's fine. But yeah, that 10 months.
They just mean a long
Yeah.
time. They should have just said a long time,
been a while,
not 10 months. Yeah, it's been a while.
That saber-toothed tiger. So remember when we watched Daima, Randy, and you and I watched the first episode of every series. And
Yes.
we came to the revelation that Dragon Ball Z Episode 1 is an intentional mirroring of Dragon Ball Episode 1. And this episode, I think, was a follow-up on Dragon Ball Z Movie 1, showing how much Gohan has progressed. And he is now doing the stuff that his father was doing in Dragon Ball Episode 1.
I noticed and love that too. Where he's this isn't the same 5-year-old scaredy cat that we started out with. He's jumping in the water and just catching a bunch of fish for his mom.
That same saber-toothed
The man of the
tiger.
house is gone. That same saber-toothed tiger. It's great.
Wow. I didn't think about any of that. I was just kind of along for the ride. So I appreciate you bringing these insights, because I wasn't picking up on any of that.
In your head,
That's
it was just like,
super cool. Yeah. It's just filled with that.
This is rare to be in a part of this series where the people making it give a damn. And I think they were truly giving their all in crafting this arc.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like they definitely have some love and some care going into it, and really kind of exercising their own creative muscles for where this whole thing was going. I mean, we don't have our mainstay character of Goku here. I mean, Vegeta is also not here. I mean, he has some stuff randomly that shows up later. But.
And his stuff is good.
That's true. I'll bounce back and say that it wasn't in a sense, creative. It wasn't creative. I think they just took parts of the older series and just adapted it here, but I think they adapted it well. Like the whole, let's visit Roshi's house, let's look at the gang here, and like, and then something bad happens. It's creative how they adapted it so well and made it their own story, but it's not super like out of left field. Like, let's make a brand new Daima story or whatever, which I guess I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Well, I mean, this episode does have a lot in common with Daima in that Daima's first episode also has a lot of flashbacks. So this one is filled with it, which I get. So this was 1991, and the movie that it's coming off of was in 89. It's been 2 years. You can't just like, oh, let me go grab my DVD and I'll just rewatch that real quick before these episodes air. Like that, you didn't have I think they had Laserdisc versions at that time. I can't remember when those came out, actually.
But yeah, you're bringing up a good point that you got to think, like, back then it wasn't like they never really meant for this to be rewatched by your own choice. You know, it's like just reruns on TV, and that's really it. And
also that, generally the movies didn't matter to the, coming story of the TV show versus this. Like, all right, maybe you did not go to a theater 2 years ago and see this, but we got to put some stuff in here so that way it at least makes some sense to you. They didn't go the full Dragon Ball Super route of let's just redo these 2 movies for like 20 some episodes and everybody will love that. It'll be great.
Well, you could say that this arc might just be retelling the movie, but
it's
fine. I mean, it's fine.
But I do love how all these movies, just to speak about Dragon Ball Z movies in general, how most of them, I mean, even screw the official books saying that these are canon or whatever, they don't really need to be part of the story proper. This is why the reason why I don't really watch like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayers, Demon Soul. What's the
Demon
popular
Slayer
one with the
that,
just because like you have to watch
Kimetsu no Yaiba is what you would like to call it.
You have to watch this movie that came out in theaters and then watch season 2. I was like, I don't. It's all confusing to me. Let me just watch the anime. But
doing that with Chainsaw Man right now.
Right. So yeah, it's just confusing to me. But I'm glad these don't do that. They're not.
It was confusing me when Kami shows up to Piccolo and is just like, "Yo, you want to be God?" It just seems like out of nowhere is like, how do we get Kami away from
that's
the sanctuary? Really. And he's always kind of looking to give the job away to somebody. He doesn't want to do it no more.
We talk about things in Dragon Ball happening in like with Dende being God well before that kind of thing came up in the manga, like the animation team, like maybe Toriyama clued them in. But here we are way ahead. We'll get into it later about what was going on in the manga, but we were still very early on in the encounter with Android 19 at this point in the manga. So we are not even to the point where Piccolo is considering fusing with Kami yet. And Kami saying like, hey, you've changed. We can do this. That's fine. And here is Kami being like, you want to become God. The animation team is so like clued in.
They're into
these characters, man. And that is so cool to see. And all things are relative though, because I mean, we've been through some content lately.
Yeah.
So Swag, I want to jump back to Maron real quick because we got Swag Kuririn white suit. He's going to be rocking that white suit this arc. No gi for Kuririn, which is we'll get into this later with the style check on some of these characters as we go through. Maron is voiced by Yuko Kobayashi, which is her only credit in the Dragon Ball franchise. Fun fact.
Okay.
I don't know what else she's done, but that's her only thing. She asks.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit us with trivia, but she actually plays Poir in these episodes.
Now, when Randy was doing his recap, he said about 2 years ago, Garlic Jr.'s plans to become immortal, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I didn't want to read the whole thing again. But
yeah,
Gohan says he's 5 years old. Mm-hmm. No, he's going on 6 at least.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
which is still.
I mean, unless we're going by, because doesn't the original manga he say that he's 3.5, and then in later printings, like the actual Tankobon, they change it to 4.
Those Tankobon would have come out by this point. We would have already. Well, yeah, that would have been updated.
The guy who was writing this only read the original printing, and he was just writing. He's like, nope, I know this story in and out. Here's how old he is, and just, who knows?
Well, no, that doesn't work. But I was going to say, like, if Garlic Jr. the movie, the first one, has to take place a year earlier than Raditz.
Mm-hmm.
That still doesn't make sense, but I'm just saying. Like, maybe he confused himself as he was writing this fire script.
Right. Regardless, that's freaking realization that he is actually just a 6-year-old kid is still just like, what? Gohan is just a 6-year-old. And why is Krillin getting jealous of a peck of a kiss on the cheek of a 6-year-old from his girlfriend?
So you want to talk about Gohan's age real quick. That's something I've always wrestled with is 6-year-olds are not this like mentally along as Gohan is, but maybe that's just a Saiyan thing, is that you grow up faster so that you can take over the planet. I
want to say it's a Chi-Chi thing and how like very strict and like you have to be a certain way.
Yeah,
like, he's probably very like polite and proper.
Some of that too. I will not have a stupid dunce kid, and she smacks him. She does. Episode 2.
No, yeah. Krillin actually, I want to point out how Krillin actually isn't a good boyfriend too. Like he's leaving Maron in the car and it's like, yeah, let's go take a dip in the water. I could just ditch my girlfriend. Like it's just this isn't the girl for him because he's not a good. They're not a good match. Like he just ditches her.
He's not ready yet for this.
He's not ready yet. Exactly, he's not ready.
Close, because like you said, Ken, it's strange how we kind of did the whole thing of Kami coming to Piccolo and saying like, oh, maybe it's time to reevaluate how evil you are, and maybe you could do some good or whatever. And we have the animators focusing here on like, what if Kuririn had a girlfriend and like he's ready to settle down? It's like, well, just give it another arc and you'll get there.
That ends up being a major plot thing in the next story.
Yeah.
This is his relationship with 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have been either they were just really that on the ball, or they were talking to Toriyama, or maybe Toriyama was influenced by things. He's like, oh yeah, that might be a good idea to move that along here.
Yeah, there's also that aspect of it too. Yeah, regardless, it is, I think, a great idea that it's great for Krillin character-wise that we got to see him with a girlfriend that didn't work out before he goes with a woman that he marries forever.
Yeah.
So Piccolo knows stuff's going on with the Mazoku, the demon clan. They're causing rumblings.
They call him that. They never called him that in the Dead Zone movie.
Really?
Yeah.
No Mazoku? Interesting.
No. Just like my demons, I guess, or whatever, but not Mazoku. Mazoku.
Kami's like surprised by this. Like he hasn't been paying attention. Like Piccolo's doing your job better than you. So, I mean, maybe he should be God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, Kami's been gone at the temple. So the Mazoku, the demon clan, the Spice Boys. I don't know why I said it like that. the Spice Boys, if you're dubby, they show up. Now, Popo and Garlic Jr. remember each other, but when did they meet?
Yeah,
well,
I remember Popo in Dead Zone, actually.
He's not.
But, as we talked about before during our trivia episode, brought up that Popo has actually been around for a long time, and not only has been working with Kami, worked with his predecessor. Mm-hmm. And in Dead Zone, Kami explains, I was in competition with Garlic to be the next god, to take over from the previous guy. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense that if this guy is being there to judge them to see like, oh, who's going to be worthwhile as god, Popo's got to be there.
Right.
So that would have been for regular Garlic, Garlic Senior, if you will. But Junior,
because Junior remembers Popo.
Right.
Yeah, because and Popo says that too. Like the Japanese was like, I competed with you to become God, which I think must have been like maybe either I read it wrong and it went by quickly.
But the quote, I wrote it down. The quote is, "You are a child of Garlic who competed against me for God's throne." And I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe like me as a unit with Kami that we know. I don't know, but it was weird.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe we're rewriting that story and that there never was a Garlic Senior. It was all Garlic Junior, and he's just...
Well, no, because we get into it here.
Oh, that's right. Dang it. And also, Spice Boys, the subtitles call these guys the demonic 4 monarchs, or I assume 4 kings, just like we've got like,
really?
in Sailor Moon the four main bad guys from the first
But maybe,
season.
Garlic Jr. is still like a tiny creature. He might have been like, he's probably a full grown adult and was there when his father was like overtaking the throne, like as like his like next to him kind of thing, but got banished.
I don't know whenever they're going to get around to naming these characters, so we're just going to go ahead and cover them real quick.
Sure.
They have not been named in these episodes. So we've got Tard, which is great, after Mustard.
Oh,
And then
okay,
we've
that's
got
what it is.
Gashu, after cashew. I'm assuming like a cashew sauce or something. Zald, which comes from salt. And then vinegar, which you guys aren't going to believe this, comes from vinegar. Can you, I mean, my God.
Oh,
Dang. What a twist.
Popo gets caught in a Pokeball. great.
yeah. but before that, they entrap him in like a movie 9 string
The webs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
webs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, go on, better get used to this.
Again, we're ahead of movie 9 at this point as well. So
It's true.
this
Yeah.
movie's predicting everything about Dragon
Everything.
Ball.
It's influencing everything.
We make it to that Kame House party, which is like the, I guess, Doug, you said how it's not creative. It's like the predecessor to all the dinner parties they have in Super. Let's
It's
all
a
go
good
meet up.
excuse to have everyone
Yeah.
there.
Maron and Bulma have slightly different hair colors. I don't know if you guys noticed this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The show treats Bulma as more of like a, I don't know if they like pump up how much green is in her hair to differentiate from Maron here, but Maron is much more of a blue and Bulma is more of a
Oh,
like a
yeah.
aquamarine going on.
Right. So blonde and dirty blonde.
I think it's just now that you have a point of comparison, now you're able to see like, oh, maybe it is more green than I thought it was.
And man, right away, I have in my notes, Roshi, oh no, oh god, oh no, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, Pafu Pafu.
Upon rewatching these, it's unsettling how the joke is just horny. Like there's not really a joke there.
That's one of those things. It's like, yes, Roshi is a pervert who shrunk himself to try to sneak in the toilet so he could see when Bulma was going to take her pants down to go to the bathroom. Yes, that is a Toriyama written thing, but Toriyama's Roshi is more toned down, especially as the series progresses, and that's not something that the filler people ever let go. Like we have that here, that we have that later, like in the Boo arc filler where they're finding the Dragon Balls, stuff that goes on with 18. So there's like a Flanderization of Roshi with the filler team. Like,
Yeah.
like Toriyama's really the only guy who could ever write Roshi, and anyone else doesn't know where that line is for that character. Like you think about stuff with Super that happened, and like
They just crank up what the stereotype is for that character to 11 instead of like
Yeah.
fine tuning it.
I will say worth it for the really great short little screen thing of, Bulma getting upset at Roshi for being, who he is and hitting him on the head. And we just have a brightly colored thing that just says Gagoon.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Chi-Chi's not going to let Gohan go to Kame House. Chi-Chi, she's like fired up in these episodes. She's a potent Chi-Chi.
Yeah, that's what I mean by like turning up to 11. These characters,
Yeah.
like whatever their character was, like I think that this kind of is inseared into like our minds too. Like maybe if without these fillers, like making Chi-Chi such a bad character, we probably wouldn't have seen Chi-Chi as in such a bad light
Yeah.
as we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to keep in mind, this is still a Chi-Chi who did, in fact, let Gohan go to Namek.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
That is-
exactly.
That is still this character. She is just definitely...
She also let Goku go, and look what happened to him.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah, she's like, you're
She's
done
got
with
her
that
reasons.
BS. Now you're on my term. You're on my time.
Uchiyama's garlic looks so just adorable. He looks very peel-off coated,
Peel-off,
and
yeah.
what the character already is, but especially when you have Uchiyama's more simple corrections bleeding through here, and he's all like super squat, super round, definitely. And peel-off was definitely in their minds when they were doing this part of the series.
Oh, 100%.
But now Garlic Jr.'s goal has changed. He now doesn't just want to become God, which was his goal in the first movie, but now he wants to also resurrect his father.
Right. Which is, yeah. I don't remember that at all from the dub.
Yeah, because it's such a nothing burger. It's never going to come to pass.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever any actual attempt to make that happen. Like, he goes and he talks to the sealed thing that, his dad is in, but from what I remember these episodes, like, I don't know, it's just kind of the movie happens again where we fight the demonic four kings and then Garlic becomes big and then we make it dead, like spoilers, but so I don't remember any of that happening.
Is there any like deep like Daima lore that can be intertwined in this now that we have the Daima demon realm thing to like pull from? Ken?
The Mizoku, yeah. It means they have to all come from the demon realm.
From there.
Oh, well, okay. So they do say that it is most likely that people with pointy ears come from the demon realm, but not necessarily. I think there's a line in like episode 2 like that. But I mean, these guys are the demon clan, so probably.
Yeah. But I was just wondering, I guess, just because how like Garlic, if like he wants to like rule, like can he go? When we went in Daima, we went to the demon realm. We were expecting like, oh, everyone's gonna be evil, but no, everyone's just like living their lives like a society. I don't know if like maybe Garlic Jr. would make a good ruler. I'm just saying.
Give him a chance, guys. Who knows? He's got some crazy ideas.
Is this our first introduction to Haya Dragon?
In the TV series, yeah.
Which movie was he in before this one?
I think 1. Oh, he wasn't in 1. Okay.
No, this was Tree of Might is when he's in there. And then, of course, he's in movie 4 and probably 5, I think, as well. And then after that, he's gone.
So they're saying, like, we've already broken the rules of movie characters in here. Let's throw this guy in here. He was fun in that movie. He's part of the show now.
Nice.
I want to draw a little dragon. Yeah. All right.
Some version of Tree of Might happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Huh. Where Piccolo survived and was able to, post Vegeta and all that. Yeah. Strange.
And then we've got the Aqua Mist, the water of oppression.
Yeah. Just infinite supply.
Yeah. And we just keep it up here, We didn't destroy it or...
I wonder how many other cool things Kami has up there just stowed away that could like end the world.
Black Star Dragon Balls.
The Black Star Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Do not, Kami's just got some weird stuff in his storage shed. We just don't. We got to get rid of a
sign on the door that says "Do not enter, do not touch," and that's it. No security.
Well, who's going up there? Remember, there's supposed to be like some mystical barrier that keeps anyone from going to Kami's temple, and then like Bulma flies a plane in there in the cell arc.
They didn't know planes were going to happen. They didn't know that the Orville Redenbacher twins. That's right. That's what I'm calling them. Would invent planes.
Yeah, we don't get much explanation from Garlic Jr. as to like A, how he got to Kami's temple, and B, like how he escaped Dead Zone in the first place. Right? We never get an explanation for that.
Well,
not that we need one, but okay. Okay.
Yeah. The lore is unfolding in this story. There is an actual, true, real story that's unfolding. And I know we're not used to that with Dragon Ball animation of what we've experienced lately.
We're used to things transfolding, and I really wish that you would use the correct terminology.
Thank you.
Well, anyways, everyone's getting turned into demons. Episode end.
It's happening.
Yeah. Huge banger start, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You've brought back a villain. You don't really know what's going on. He's already made the first move. He's like, this end of the world scenario is unfolding, transfolding. And it's just, I think it's a great first episode. And at the time, people were like, I want to see Trunks. I want to see Trunks. I want to see Trunks. But man, I think this is a strong start to this arc.
I think growing up in Japan and watching this for like properly as it's released, like would be like a Garlic Jr.'s back. Like, whoa, how did he escape? You have that genuine question. Like you don't nothing about because there's no Trunks yet. You're not thinking about it. You're just like enjoying this moment right now of new Dragon Ball.
Well, you had the manga.
Man. Oh, okay. Oh, that's true, I guess. But say for the person that didn't read the manga and it's just no spoilers whatsoever. But yeah, who's this Garlic Jr. guy?
I was also thinking about it. After it starts airing on Toonami, where we are getting new episodes every weekday, this was the first time that American audiences are then watching Dragon Ball Z weekly, because it was airing on like Saturday or Sunday mornings, one episode at a time. So I'm like, I don't know why we threw a big fit. It's only like 10 episodes. Just, it's going to go through real fast, guys. Like, oh, but it was weekly.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different thing.
It felt like forever. Those 10 episodes felt like forever.
It's so funny about that experience just in general, is that a lot of that stuff felt like forever. And then you look back at when those episodes actually aired, and after a certain point, they just like dropped everything. Like we did not loop those episodes really that many times. It was like once or twice. And that was episodes airing every day. But it felt like we looped Namek like 60 times before we got past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Time was different back when we were young. That's what I've learned over time. Is just what things that felt like forever is like, that was like 2 months. Like, I don't know why I felt like it was a huge amount of time in my life, but comparatively, I guess it was. So, episode 2, Black Mist of Terror, Everyone Turns Demonic. Wow, they really just spell it out there for you, don't they? Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a Segasha episode, and boy, is it. I mean,
So good.
for better or worse, You know,
I was going to say the same thing.
I say that I think this Prime Dragon Ball Z team gave it their all, I don't think Segasha gave it their all. I think they phoned this one in.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like this one. You kidding me?
Here's the thing. I think it all looks pretty good until you've got a woman in a bathing suit, and I don't think they know how to do that at all.
No. See, you want to talk about the show predicting things. They made Maron so thick, okay? And if you think back, this is September 1991. I want you guys to go back in time. Well, you're going to go forward in time a little bit to May 1992. What is the number one hit? May 1992.
I love big butts, man.
It is. Baby Got Back is the number one hit, May 1992. This show... And that song changed the world, okay? This episode predates that.
Yeah.
Sir Mix-a-Lot was watching these episodes raw. He saw this Maron episode, and he's like, I have a song that is in my heart, and I got to get out there.
He's going to set the cultural blaze.
If you're wondering, if in part of my research prep for this episode, did I go to Wikipedia and look up when that song came out? You bet your ass I did.
You both knew.
You bet your big ass you did.
Yeah.
So you're saying like before this time, like that really wasn't the style of what a conventionally attractive woman was yet? It was like still like the thin...
Yeah.
Like, wow. That's crazy then. Toriyama, maybe that's Toriyama's type. No, Toriyama didn't... Oh no, Toriyama did kind of design her, but does she look like that in the not bathing
really.
suit?
No. Okay. That's a Segasha thing.
Gotcha. But yeah, they really emphasized her.
Anyway.
Demon children, like we keep starting these episodes off in such like dark ways, like brace yourself. And we got this like demon girl, another Doug sees blonde.
Greenish.
It's a greenish blue hair.
Right. The blue hair is normalized, you know, that it's not normalized here in our world.
It could be.
Yeah.
Garlic reaffirms his plan to bring his dad back. And then they're looking for Kami's water mirrors that can project any point on Earth, but they can't find them.
It's so strange because every time we've seen him, checking stuff out, he's always like on the edge of the sanctuary and just looking down at things. But now they're like, no, he's got these big vases full of water that are actually, windows into what's going on downstairs. So
there is a guidebook term, and I guess this is guidebook, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just giving you some additive information here. There's a guidebook term for the quote technique that like Kami can use and Kaio can use and Piccolo and Dende and all of them to see everything, like a kind of omnipotence type technique. I forget the exact name for it, but we do see that happen in the Cell arc with like Kami standing there watching everything unfold.
Yeah.
We don't have to have these water mirrors, but I don't think we're at that point in the series yet. They had to explain how Kami could see things, and they hadn't got to the point where Toriyama actually explains it himself.
Yeah, that's true. Because, that does happen later on for those things. And I'm also thinking, like, when Dende first takes over and, like, Popo is there and Dende is like, oh, I can't really, like, tell. It's like, no, just, like, think,
Just focus.
Yeah.
That's DBZ episode 179, I think.
I believe it.
Didn't Karin have, like, jugs of water that would show him, like, omnipotent type stuff? And maybe that's what they, like, kind of borrowed that idea. I could be wrong about that. Right. Maybe it was just like jugs of water that just showed like different realities or something like that for his training. Something like that.
I don't watch original Dragon Ball or read that part of the manga enough, but like, because like when Goku is up there training, isn't there a whole bunch of different vases of water? I can't remember if it's
dimension wise, like licking into something, jugs of water for something. But yeah, regardless,
could be filler again as well.
Yeah,
So maybe
but I guess
just,
Garlic's using this just to like find Gohan and Goku, basically.
he wants to find Gohan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's looking for Goku too, but like they can't find him.
okay.
They don't know that he's off planet or dead.
So Chi-Chi finds that Gohan's missing. Oh, Randy's got he's got his 3 in 1. Okay.
I haven't gotten it yet. I was just moving.
He's not like you.
He's
He's
researching.
pull a random book out.
So I'll keep going here. Chi-Chi's headed after Gohan. She finds out he's gone. She jumps in a plane, which is faster than Haya Dragon, as we're going to find out here soon. The Aqua Mist is coming, and the way that they write around these characters not getting hit by the Aqua Mist is so good. Like Haya Dragon sees what's happening, throws Gohan into a cave, then plugs the entrance to the cave with his fat ass.
With his whole
I like big butts, baby got back. And he plugs it, and that saves Gohan and Haya Dragon from getting infected with this.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden there's like demon squirrels and lots of
demon animals.
Mid-episode harmony cells, which is a choice.
Yeah.
Harmony cells.
Not a bad harmony cell is like, you know, at the end of an episode where a character's like, oh no, and then it like freezes on them, and then all of a sudden it's like a painting. It's like blurs into a painting.
Oh, that's what that's called?
Cell.
Yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku against Fat Boo.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called that, but it is a harmony. That's the term for it.
Yeah.
And then there's this like weird shape that in the beginning of the episode that like Garlic Jr. is praying to almost, where he's like, Dad, I'm going to bring you back. Yeah. And when you see me, I'll have all this stuff. Then they kind of imply that that's what Garlic Jr. or Garlic Sr. is trapped in.
Right. Yeah, that's what in my impression.
One.
That's it from movie 1.
It shows,
we saw it in movie 1.
They even have it in the flashback here where, you know, he's getting defeated by God or whatever. He's screaming, and then it cuts into different black things, and it shows that shape moving away from the screen. Oh. They're like, and he was sealed forever.
I had just watched movie 1, and it just did not register.
Me neither.
Yeah, no, it's in there.
All right, good to know. Good to know. Roshi is reading a magazine called Ahan, number 9. For those who are familiar with when we did GT episodes, our GT review, or retrospective auspiciosity, if you will, Zenpai would come in here with trivia, thinking he could trip us up. But I have jam-packed so many things in my notes here. And we will be detracting. The point system's coming back. We will be detracting points from Zenpai. We get points if we... Doug and I get points if we get answers right. And then Zenpai gets 2 points right if he gets a question that we can't answer. If it's if he came in here with some other trivia that's not related to Garlic Jr. in these episodes, then we'll throw this out the window. But I don't know. So where we're at, if assuming it's the same system, we're coming for Zenpai's points. We're going to push him as far into the negative as we can.
Ken's coming so hard. He's got every piece of data he's going to mention.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, Yuko Kobayashi, she's our only credited role. All this kind of stuff.
I was like, oh, where are you going with that, Ken? Nowhere. Just wanted to say that.
Who's the first Garlic Jr.? Who did Shigeru Chiba voice in movie 1? All this stuff. I'm packing it in. That's why we went through Shamble, Cashman. Not only does it make a better show, but it's going to ruin Zenpai's day. So that's where we're going.
Win for win.
Yeah. That's why I even picked the date for Baby Got Back. You know, we got this stuff going.
No stone unturned.
Yeah, exactly. Kuririn's in the ocean spearfishing. This is kind of where we see thick Maron.
Yeah.
And then I have
Maron drags him down.
Again, in my notes, I have Roshi moment JFC. Which is
what did he do this?
This is the whole Pafu. He hasn't groped Maron yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the part I'm thinking of.
This is where Chi-Chi then comes in, reckless flight.
She comes in hot.
She's super rude to everyone.
Yeah.
But I mean, her kid's missing. She's a mom.
I mean, but she also hates these guys for being delinquents, you know. But like, I can kind of see from her side, but
yeah, I mean, she's in a mood. She thought her husband was dead. Then she found out he wasn't. And then she found out he doesn't want to come home yet. And like, can you really fault her for being the way that she is right now?
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. What was it where she was upset about Goku doing something or whatever? Was this might have just been in Kakarot, where then she's like, nah. I put up a stink and then he goes and does his thing, but like I know that's who he is and he'll be back and like it's just how we do. Like I can't remember what it was in particular where yeah, where that's their relationship, and she is, loud and outspoken about it, but she knows like I can't change him, and I like him the way that he is. Like that's just how we do.
Well, even if that is the case, I think both interpretations could be quite valid.
Yeah,
she's entitled to be
course.
mad here if she wants to be.
Yes.
Maron calls Chi-Chi auntie, which is what Oba-san or Oba-chan.
Yeah.
Which one does she use here?
Which like Chi-Chi would be like 25 at this point.
Yeah.
but
think about it in real terms. Like she's Maron. How old is Maron? Maybe like 20.
Well, I mean, I don't think we get into it.
Maybe hell, even the same age. The way she looks, she just looks younger. Like to call someone that is your same age but looks older than you, which does happen in the real world, would really hit her hard. Like you're calling me an old lady?
Well, yeah, because Kuririn would be just like a couple of years younger than Bulma. So, I mean, wouldn't be too crazy if it's like he's 21, 22 or whatever, and she, I don't know, 18, 19, 20, something like that.
Kuririn, well, I don't know. There is timeline. Kuririn the same age as Mr. Satan, and that's all I know. They're born the same year.
I'm just thinking back in Dragon Ball, Goku is like 12 and Bulma's like 16, and then of course we do the whole training, and I assume that they're roughly the same age. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, whatever.
Chi-Chi goes Kaioken, which is great. It's
I always remember that.
It's artistic,
Yes,
license
anger,
here.
just show anger. Yeah.
But it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
And then Roshi grabs Maron's breast, and then
As one does.
he puffs Chi-Chi.
Yeah,
And she doesn't do anything about
hold her
it
back
because
she's so riled up, like trying to get Gohan
Yeah.
back or whatever.
And then Kuririn refers to Chi-Chi as the one person even Super Saiyan Goku is afraid of.
Yeah,
Which is just such
I love
Yeah.
referring to people by their form name.
Right.
It's like, that's just Goku.
Krillin's never seen before.
Well,
That's right.
oh yeah. He's only heard about it.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's the catalyst. Him dying and not being there was the catalyst.
Yeah, he heard all about it. His hair turned what? Yeah. We get the second explanation for characters not being affected by Aquamist, as Kuririn and Maron are underwater. And so I guess the first wave of Aquamist, when it hits, is like more potent or something. So as it clears, then you're immediately okay. The mechanics of this
really
don't
works.
matter.
Magical
It's
mist.
just to get the story going, yeah, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
And then after this, like the smoke clears, you have this purple hue in the sky, which looks cool. I always like it when, we had Namek where the sky was green. We had the Saiyan arc where it was like shifting into the evening as it went, and then here we got like these purple skies. So just kind of ways to keep the wilderness, visually interesting.
I always thought about that, like how Toriyama would do that, or I guess the show in general would do that, because it is otherwise it'd just be a blue sky every arc.
Yeah,
Which I guess you can think about as the Android arc. You would see a lot of blue sky, natural blue sky.
yeah, and better than
nice
being
that
a Twitter every arc. Am I right? And Doug hates it when I do jokes like that.
I don't
Anyway, the mist has passed through. We're out of the water now because Gohan has arrived with Haya Dragon and all that.
Mm-hmm. Chi-Chi strikes Gohan.
Right. The coolest look for her just standing there,
Oh, yeah.
though. With
Yeah,
those mean eyes.
was
Like,
it her?
God.
I don't know. Oh no, it was,
Yeah.
it was like imposed up and everything.
Evil Chi-Chi got moves. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean she's
Yeah.
always been a fighter.
Yeah, and to
Now
bring
she's
that
not-
out.
she's not
yeah.
holding back.
Now, she's always been a fighter. It is a shame that we have like Roshi being affected like this, and his is played for a dark gag with Maron,
Yeah,
but he's got moves too. Yamcha's got moves.
Yeah.
Like we should see like the world's greatest martial artists are here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just turning up his demonicness of like horniness. So he's not going into attack. He's going into grope, which makes sense. Like why they're kind of paired off. Like it is kind of. So you got Roshi and Maron. You got Krillin with Yamcha and Bulma, and then you got Gohan with his mom. Like it's kind of like appropriately paired off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we even have Oolong and Puar with.
Yes, that's what
with
that's what
Haya
like
Dragon.
triggered in my head. It's like the
Yeah.
animals against each other. Yeah,
It's cool to see like Dragon Ball's take on zombies. And this is well
Yeah.
before the zombie craze of like 2010 and all that stuff.
yeah,
So
way
to
way
just-
before.
To get this kind of take on it.
Like they even have like the camera angles. Like it's a cartoon, so they like chose to do like a kind of a Dutch angle to show Chi Chi and all them like walking towards them. It's like
Yeah,
really
it's
well done.
the world's
like they get the
tilted.
tone. Yeah, the world's tilted.
They're going to need, if they want to get this, so the Spice Boys show up. I'm just going to keep using that. It's a nice term. Spice Boys show up, and they're like, hey, we can undo this, but you need the ultra holy water, the Cho Shinsui, which I believe is the same water they use in the baby arc with GT. I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm sure we talked about it then.
We did. Yeah. You went into the full thing of like the difference between the ultra holy water and the super holy water because they used the same term, and it was very,
whatever it was, I'm sure Zenpai lost points on whatever that
I'm sure too. And that's good. So if you want to fix this, you got to come to the Heavenly Realm. They're trying to get Gohan because they finally spotted him in those water tanks or whatever. They found Gohan.
Well, they do say it in like a cocky way, like, hey, here's a solution. You're never going to get it. I was thinking, like, as I'm watching, they could have gone for like the actual trickery route, like, hey, no, we're on your side. We want to help you out. So let's try and get up to that tower. But no.
Yeah, they're just trying to goad him.
It would have been kind of like fixing those problems if the Spice Boys and Garlic couldn't reach Kami's lookout. But then somehow with Gohan's help, like tricking him into like, oh, we need this holy water, and then they'd be able to get up there. But that's just a way to fix a problem that isn't really a problem.
They're not as smart as the Hitas, who are out here being like, oh, Goku and Vegeta, you gotta come. There's this guy. He's really strong. Like, It's so dangerous. Help us.
They trap Gohan with some ESP. I guess it's those webs again, but they just don't show it this time.
Yeah.
And
it's
then,
sick, though.
Because this might as well be a movie, Piccolo shows up to save Gohan.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Right on cue.
Yeah. And his theme kicks in. It's not the heroic theme from DBZ Movie 4, which I really like that track where they take Piccolo's, and I'm not musically, I don't have the vocabulary for music, but maybe they changed the keys that is played in or something, because the Piccolo theme from Movie 4 is like a more heroic version of it, and I would have liked to hear that here, but alas, we didn't get it. Everyone moves in on Piccolo, who I would like to remind you is as strong as Frieza Form 2.
Yeah, true.
So that's how we have to place these bad guys, presumably, that we have to go for how strong
really strong guys.
Now, we had named these characters. I don't know who is who, but who's the little guy? Is that Tard?
That's Zald.
That's Zald?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the walk forward while talking, and then it
twice the same shot, and it bothers me so much.
If you know,
So he does it to Gohan, and he immediately does it to Piccolo. I'm like,
oh, where are you walking? It's a small island.
It's true.
Great stuff. I cannot wait to watch the next two.
I wanted to watch more.
Yeah. I mean, especially with this whole latter part being very action focused. Like, I think this is kind of where the whole Segasha team really shines.
So
Chi-Chi like flipping and like punching and kicking through the ceiling and everything is really good.
The house and everything.
There's that like the classic Hisada thing where they go like like and then move
love it. Yep.
Yeah, the whole like ESP holding them.
If you're listening to the MP3 version, you just picture in your head what you think I did, and that's what I did.
You've got
like the exaggeratedly long limbs to make it look more impactful. Oh, such well drawn, such good animated, such well animated. Man.
It's good stuff. I can't remember how this next episode looks. I've got the preview up right here. I can take a look at it.
It's our old friend Ebisawa.
Uchi. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Studio Live, is that right? Or...
Yeah, Studio Live. And you know what? I'm nostalgic. Let's go. I haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Ever since the Bye Bitch.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, also, it's at this point in the series where it's like, I'm okay with it kind of happening.
It still
Once
has
we get to sell
charm.
stuff, then I'm like, this is no good. You can't do this. Even though this is post what I call Lupin Vegeta on that one episode in Namek where he, is murdering a whole bunch of Namekians.
Thank you.
Doug has the right pose. Yeah, no worries. I'm using the correct terminology. I'm woke now.
Watch out with Tard.
It's true. I did say that. So,
so never mind.
I think this is just a remnant that I took from when we were doing GT, but we did Cash Man. This is what was going on in the world of Toriyama. Is there anything else in the world of anime at this point that you want to bring up, Ken?
Yeah, so when we did GT, we did the Meanwhile in the World of Anime section, and I'd like to bring that back here just to give you an idea. Now, this is going to be maybe not every episode that we do, because the world of anime was vastly different in 1991 versus 1996. So at this point, when these episodes came out, let's just kind of like walk through what was going on. So at the end of 1990 is when Yu Yu Hakusho began in Shonen Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is nearing the end of Stardust Crusaders, so that's part 3. They're in Egypt after Dio. We are still pre-Sailor Moon manga, which began in December 1991. Where are we with Dragon Ball? Well, March 9th, DBZ Movie 4 comes out. That's Lord Slug, fake Super Saiyan. The movie's called Super Saiyan Goku. June 25th, so this is chapter 330 of Dragon Ball. Frieza and his father descend to Earth. So just want to give you an idea of where the Trunks arc starts. Was June 25th in the manga. So 4 months ahead of these episodes. 3 months. That's September. How math works. Yes. No, I got it. Yeah, we're 3 months. You're right. And I'm the timeline guy.
That's true.
July 20th, DBZ Movie 5. So that's Kula Movie 1. And then September 21st. So that is the most recent chapter before the second of these episodes aired, was Dragon Ball Chapter 342, Goku Defeated, which is where Goku is being affected by his heart virus, and then Vegeta shows up at the end. So as people were watching this episode, that's was their last impression of Dragon Ball in the manga. So
wow. See, knowing that movies 4 and 5 were taking place just months before this, it's like, okay, yeah, they did have Hiya Dragon on the brain, because he's in movie 4, pretty sure he's in 5. Makes sense.
Yeah. There's some hype stuff in the manga, though, to be like, we're now in filler territory, like.
But see how close they were.
Yeah, that's true.
And why we needed these 10 extra weeks.
It's that's why we get like some filler episodes before Cell. It's why we had the whole Afterlife tournament. I would rather shows do stuff like now we have this seasonal format where My Hero Academia can avoid a lot of filler by just saying like, we're only going to do these many episodes, and then the studio is working on other stuff, and then they come back to it later.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they should have done more stuff like this arc. Find more, like, could you imagine not, like, God forbid we had Naruto's 100 episodes of filler.
Oh, God,
but if they had done more stuff taking place in between Cell and Boo, right? Like maybe seeing Gohan grow up and move forward like
nice
that.
Transition. I mean, but we had the World Tournament, the Afterlife World Tournament that wasn't that great.
Yeah, but that's just the 2. We had 2 filler arcs, and then we're just, padding stuff out mid-episode to keep things going.
Yeah.
Saying that we should have had more of these, like between Vegeta and Frieza, put something in there to kind of give us more of a buffer, so then we're not running into this issue where things are butting up right against it. I think that would have been nice to have that more often. And we only just had the 2.
We are forgetting the wedding dress arc, but of course that was Dragon Ball, the original series.
But still,
and we'll get to that next year. But
all this pads out time for the series, but like good for who? Like I don't know. I don't think as a viewer you want less filler.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is have isolated filler where you don't have to work. Like when you're watching the actual stuff covered from the manga, that it's a little bit more chef's kiss and you're not padding out every episode. You just have this thing. It's an original story. I mean, we know how it all shook out. I'm just saying this could have been
I'm saying like,
option.
but as if Randy and I are like the normal viewer, we hated these as they were being shown because we didn't like filler. We knew stuff was better on the horizon.
That's a skill issue. Okay. That's
it's a skill issue. I'm sure that's the majority thought process. You type in any forum about the Garlic Jr.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on your perspective. If you'd rather be like, you know what, I can go do something else for these like 3 months while this filler arc is going on, instead of watching an episode like, finally they're going to do a thing, because I know these chapters happen. Like, they did one little dialogue thing. Otherwise, it was all padding. We were just over like Bulma's with the crab this episode. Like, this is that's annoying.
The great thing about watching these episodes now is that we're past that. We don't have to wait for Trunks. We can get Trunks anytime we want. And so we can just enjoy these episodes in isolation. Right. And hey, they're great, I think.
That's what I'm saying. It's good for us now, retroactively, but not during. Which is the main issue why they're created in the first place.
Since we're here in 2025, if you, the listener, viewer, however you want to, whatever you choose to identify as, you can change your mind about how you feel about the Garlic Jr. arc by going and watching it today versus just thinking about that time back in the year 2000 where you were like eager to see Trunks, eager to see androids and what happens with Goku now that he's got blonde hair. You know, give it another try because maybe you'll like it. So unless anybody has anything else they want to throw out here, I think we can take a little break. And then when we come back, we can hear what you, the listener, viewer, however you choose to identify, can tell us what you think about these episodes and Garlic Jr. as a whole. So we'll see you right here in just a sec. Alrighty, we are back here with more. We got a pod for your ears, for your eyes. And, as always, Ken is out here on the blue sky, putting out the feelers. Of course, this time, since we were talking about episodes 108 and 109 of DBZ, I wanted to know what your thoughts were on this, and that we'd read them on the show. So, Ken, do you want to take this first one from J Lunar S?
Yeah, Jake, Doug replacement co-host, says, I really enjoy peacetime parts of Z. We don't get enough of characters just living. That being said, I really didn't like the tutor scenes as a kid. Also, it's pretty fun knowing Ten and Chaozu were completely on their own when this all went down. Where's that illustration, Fenyo?
Yeah. Let's see what they're doing.
I think Jake didn't watch these episodes again because the tutor is Trunks.
Yeah. Hey, Jake's in Japan right now. That's why.
And what do they have in Japan? They have Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but look, that's all part of post Frieza, pre-Trunks. It's right after the Garlic Jr. stuff, but it's still in filler land. It's just not part of these 10 that we're going to be watching.
Right. Jake, you're forgiven. We love you.
Yeah, it's all right, Jake. Totally. We love you. So then we've got Lance, Myster Fusion, saying, pulling a movie and Higher Dragon into continuity makes for a rather bonkers premise from the get-go. Like so much of recent Dragon Ball, there is stark divide between story episodes and fighting episodes, which makes these two among the best of their arc before it succumbs to boilerplate tedium. Giving Kuririn a hot, empty-headed girlfriend and pulling the design from Toriyama's one-shot is hilarious, as is dropping the outsider into group dynamics. Turning most of the cast into vicious zombies writes them out of the story, but it creates an uncomfortably fun beat for Gohan and Kuririn. We finally got Yamcha back in the story, so let's immediately bench him in favor of the character we already spent 2 years following. My recommendation, watch these first 2 episodes, the third, jump to the last one, and skip everything in between, except a brief supercut of God and Popo running.
Yeah.
It is
that's dear to my memory.
Interesting to think about what happens in this. We have 10 episodes. 9, if we cut out, episode 10 of these is them, trying to find a pearl for Maron or something like that. It has nothing to do with Garlic Jr. So, what is going to happen in these episodes?
That's true.
In my mind, they just go straight to the temple, they fight, and things unfold. We're going to cut to Vegeta a few times. Yeah, there's stuff where Kami and Popo are running. But it's I don't remember
2 episodes.
The flow of the story to get there. So do we just skip? I mean, we won't be skipping, but this might not be bad advice. No. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Gohan will get drunk again for 3 episodes. And
hell yeah.
Just hear music in our heads.
Me too. Oh, yeah. Speaking of music real quick, the whistling song in the first episode, that's from DBZ Movie 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that would have been 6 months prior to this. I can't remember what the exact timeline was. It was April.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I was surprised hearing that because I had forgotten that was anywhere outside of movie 4.
Yeah.
Jump scare, really.
Jacob Sawyer, always vigilant, writes in and says, after rewatching the, quote, Dead Zone movie, the first Last House episode is a bit jarring. I do like seeing what everyone is up to after the Frieza arc. Lots of great Chi-Chi faces to use for memes here. It's very true.
That's true.
We get a lot of Chi-Chi here than we usually do in any other or arc,
Yeah, very true. For Last House, I felt like that episode was mostly okay. There's just one shot of Maron with a 3/4 perspective where her upper lip is weird and super big, and I'm just oh, okay, I don't like this. Go away faster, please.
Please send me that to put up here on the screen.
I will. I absolutely will. So we've got Parker Screecho, because of course it's spooky season, so we change our names if you want to be cool. I did go back and watch the first DBZ movie for preparation, and it still holds up. As for these 2 episodes, I like them. The first one, mainly for the down-to-earth moments and the setup with the black water mist, which I really like the idea of. Also, Maron's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cutie patootie.
Well ahead of Sir Mix-a-Lot. So she's not just cute. We've got Chaozu #1 fan returns to writing in and says, I think the one thing that these episodes, specifically 108, remind me of is the Saturday Toonami all-day marathon. They showed Toonami shows for 24 hours. Episode 108 aired for the first time during this, and when DBZ played again 2-3 hours later, same episode. It would then play just that same episode all day whenever DBZ came on during that block. I specifically remember them playing other Sailor Moon and Gundam Wing episodes, but for DBZ, it was just 108 every time. I understand it was newly airing, but I would have liked a bit of variety. Slight fact check / update. I looked up about this marathon. Supposedly, they did show the first 3 DBZ movies during it, but 108 was still the only episode they showed whenever DBZ was on the block. And it was called Full Cycle, Toonami Full Cycle.
Huh. Yeah, this I don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like DBZ always gets like the end of the stick when it comes to everything and anything in America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're always like the guinea pigs or whatever.
And it can withstand it.
Yeah.
Man, good time. I miss being a child and just seeing Dragon Ball and Toonami. That was good.
I don't
I
miss
just
being
have
a
a lot
kid.
of great memories.
Being an adult is way better. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, agreed, but like, sorry, I had a great childhood, so like,
Oh, me too.
I'm nostalgic.
Me
for it.
too. Just being an
Same.
adult rules. Like, I mean, there's
Being,
no
being an adult child.
If you were like a teenager and you're listening to the show, first of all, do your homework. Second of all, being an adult rules, man. Like, just stick through high school. You'll get there.
it
When you
does
get
get
to
better.
your 30s are going to kick ass.
It's true. It's the best so far.
Your
My best
20s,
decade.
your 20s, you're going to have no idea what's going on. But your
It's
30s,
chaos.
That's where it's
you
at.
might figure it out by that point.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what you also might have figured out is the answers to trivia, which of course provided by Zenpai, our trivia deity. Mm-hmm. Doug felt like he was ready for it. He is unfazed. Just like,
We've been
yep.
talking about Zenpai all episodes, so yeah, I'm ready for it this time.
You know,
I'm
maybe you're
confident
just like,
no questions will. I'm confident all answers will have been already said throughout this episode.
Well, because of course Ken was doing his homework and is antagonistic toward this deity. He is Garlic Jr. coming for the throne.
Right.
Yeah. Very good.
So, question 1. When did episode 108 first air in Japan?
Okay, well, come on. We always cover that stuff, Senpai.
I forget that. I never listened to that.
So, what? It would have
glazed over
been
my head.
September 18th, 1991.
1991.
You got it. And I looked at his eyes. He was not looking at a monitor. So we know that he was
Yeah.
not checking.
No, I got
His eyes
third
were
monitor. So
Behind, yeah.
just has key trivia notes up here.
So it looks like he's thinking, just
with a little watermark of Zenpai with a line
Yeah.
through it. Just like, I'm going to get this guy. Alrighty. So -1 point to
No,
Zenpai.
no, that's plus one for me. Well, because we did talk about it. Yeah.
Right. This is GT rules.
Yeah, I forgot.
where we
I forgot the
take away
rules.
points.
And the points
Yeah, of
matter
course.
like hell, dude.
All right. Question 2. How long after Dragon Ball Z Movie 01 did the Garlic Jr. arc start? So, give me the full time from Z Movie 1 to here.
It is 27 months.
Jesus.
Gosh, man, you were so close. Because he right here, roughly 2 years and 2 months. You would be 2 years and 3 months. But since he said roughly, I would give it to you.
That's roughly.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Movie 1 premiered on the 15th of July, 1989. And then this was,
I
of
was
course,
thinking June.
September 18th.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's all right. Like I said,
Roughly.
roughly.
I don't care
And
about
again-
these math questions, these timeline questions. Give me like a hard, give me a question I can answer.
I was going to say, and we do have precedents for Ken for lower numbers of number of months. He gets wrong. Remember, he said it was 4 months when it was 3. So I'm like, you gotta give him some leeway. We've all got weaknesses. Question number 3. Oh boy, what is the name of Maron's Japanese voice actress?
I
Did say
knew
that,
it.
didn't we did.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And her name
So,
is
yes.
Yuko Kobayashi, eyes closed.
Nailed it.
Well, did you also know that she voiced Drampire in Dr. Slump?
Doesn't matter. That's not Dragon Ball.
That's true. He said no
All
to
right.
note.
So +1 to Ken, -another one to Zenpai.
Yeah, so Senpai's -2 right now.
Okay, Randy, don't give me timelines. Don't give me Japanese names. This is my 2.
Don't ask me, but okay. This one is for you then, Doug. Did Kuririn name his daughter after his girlfriend Maron?
Toriyama did, but not Krillin.
All right. I'll take that, I suppose, as your answer, Ken.
They have the same name pun. I mean, I'm sure this is like a joke question, so just get it over with.
It says, no, just a case of the anime staff and Toriyama pulling a pun from the same source, although their names are spelled slightly differently.
Again, showing how in tune the animators were during this whole arc.
It's true.
Well,
Yeah.
as we've talked about before, I think it's pretty clear Toriyama was watching these episodes and was drawing inspiration from them. It's either that or the anime staff was just like on another level predicting where the series was going to go.
Or Toriyama's editor was watching the episodes and then relayed the information to Toriyama, like, "Hey, you should. They did this. You should do this," kind of thing. Like,
I think Toriyama would watch the show. Isn't that right?
I think he had brought up that he had, but I also think that he had said like he was too busy or something to like really keep up with watching it. I can't remember what it was.
So maybe he saw these and just like forgot. It's like, did I write that? Maybe I wrote that.
What are they
I
doing
can
with
see
my
that.
baby?
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be doing their own thing. Let's see how they do. Okay, this girl's cute. Oh, that name's nice.
Yeah, even if he's like writing the series and he hears like Kuririn has a girlfriend, he's like, okay, yeah, maybe it's time to address that. Yeah, let's start.
yeah.
Alrighty. Question 5. What is the episode of Dragon Ball Super where Android 18 threatens to kill 17 after mispronouncing Maron's name?
Whoa.
What is
know
the episode?
number here.
I mean, it's when they're
Episode
on Monster
number.
Island, isn't it?
When they're recruiting for Tournament of Power.
Well, it would have to be at that point, yeah.
That's the only time we see 17.
Oh my god, dude. So episode numbers, 131 episodes of Dragon Ball Super. The Zamasu fight is going to be like around episode 60 or 70. So I'm going to come in with a nasty 84.
76.
All right, so Ken is the closest without going over. It is 94, so only 10 off.
What?
Incredible.
6 episodes before the whole. Oh no, I think 110 is the Ultra Saiyan Goku or whatever.
You know what? I didn't account for those 10 Days of Peace episodes. So there you go.
There you are. And final question here. What is the original Japanese name of the Spice Boys?
Oh, that's a
You said 'em
minus
all.
1 points. It's
You said them all
the
already.
it's
Salts.
the demonic 4 monarchs or something like that.
That's
Oh,
right.
that-
The 4
oh,
heavenly
the
kings
actual-
of the demon realm.
Damn.
So, yes, the Mazuko Shiteno. So, you got those guys.
Minus
just hear Spice
3 for Senpai.
Senpai, you got to step it up. Get crazier. You got to get into Ken's brain and then jump ahead.
Nobody wants to do that.
Oh, I get it. I understand. Well, anyway, don't get in Ken's head. Just turn off this episode because it's over. And, but before that, at least hear us thanking you for listening. We love interacting with you, talking about our favorite franchise in the world. You can, of course, talk to us over on Blue Sky. It's over at wegotapodcast.com there. And, of course, you can just email us at wegotapod@gmail.com.
And thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use his track, Kakarot Theme Hip Hop Trap Remix. You can find that track and other great music by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Ken, where can the beautiful people find you?
The beautiful people and everyone else can find me at detectivex.bsky.social, where by the time this episode comes out, we're almost done with Oobtober. We have been doing Oob versus Pon. We're now finally at that aforementioned, we've been building up to this fight between these two characters. And, but as this episode comes out, Oobtober is almost over, so you're about to be left on a cliffhanger. My apologies in advance.
Ouchies. More content. But
Doug?
Randy, where can they find you?
Oh, well, you can find me at Saberbreaker at wegotapod.com over on the Blue Sky. You can just look up Saberbreaker. You'll find me.
And
what
check
about
me
you,
out.
Doug?
Check Doug out at DBZ Follow me on Instagram and TikTok because on Instagram, I'm posting about when I'll be live doing live streams on TikTok. So if you want to see, like right now, I'm building this Tenkaichi Budokai stage thingy, which is actually pretty dope. So if you want, I'm probably gonna do that right after we're done recording this. So if you're hearing this, it's already over. But if I do other future live streams, that's where I'll do them. I'll do them on TikTok. And yeah, Jabaz Doug there. Check me out there.
Very cool. That brings us to the end of this return to the retrospective of Auspiciosity. It feels good. It feels good to be back reviewing something, and it feels good to be back reviewing something that's of like a non-modern era of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, for sure.
So God forbid if we ever review Super, though, how long is that modern anymore? I don't know. That was a long 10 years ago.
10 years.
See. Yikes. So remember, next episode will be episodes 110 and 111 of Garlic Jr. So that is your homework. And we'll catch you, Matinator.
See ya.
Bye.